Okay, this is a shutter replacement NRT. First thing I do is kill the power. Then there's 3 screws. There's one here in the center, then there's one here on the side, and then there's one in here, back here on the other side. They have to come loose. You just have to loosen them, you don't have to remove them. It is easier to replace it if the shutter or if the safe door is open. So you're going to loosen up the screw. You're going to loosen up the screw here. This screw is so far deep in, you have to make sure and have a tool that's long enough to reach into it. So I put this extension on it just to reach it because it's not that way. And it fell out in there, that's okay. We'll get it out in a second. And then this comes off like that. Then there's a cable here. Oh, wrong size. Hey guys. You're going to loosen this cable, loosen that nut there, just a little bit. Then this thing will pop forward, push it towards you, and it'll come off. Then you're going to pull this cable out, and it comes off. You'll take your new shutter, first things first, plug this cable in, then this thing, put this part in first, then pull it back a little bit so it latches there, and tighten this back down. Put the shutter back in place. Once again, it's easier if the door's open a little bit. Line all 3 of them up in the holes. Tighten the top one down first. Tighten this one down next. And with the extension, we'll tighten the last one down. Magnetic, that's why it wants to fall out. Then, the one thing I want to show you, this is a much older machine. On this machine, if you look over here where the cable is, there's a second cable coming down that comes underneath here. The shutter itself is pretty much the same, except for this extra cable. Now, you can take the shutter that has one cable going to it, like the first machine, and put it on this machine, but you cannot take this shutter off of this machine and use it on an old machine. So if you change this shutter and you put one of the newer ones on that just has one cable to it, it's fine. But make sure somebody knows about that so that when this shutter gets repaired, it can be put back on this machine, because it cannot be used on a machine that only has the one cable instead of the 2.